Please keep in mind that there will be numerous closures around the district, so we strongly encourage everyone to use Metro or other public transportation where possible. And Randy will say more about Metro operations, including the free Metro operations. So with that, I want to thank you for being here and for helping us make the 4th of July a safe and enjoyable celebration in the district. So now I want to turn to Chief Smith, who will be followed by Chief Taylor from the United States Park Police, Assistant Chief Kelleher from DC Fire and EMS, Director Osborne from DCH SEMA, and to close with Randy Clark from Metro. Chief.
Thank you, Mayor Bowser, and good morning, everyone. As we know, the 4th of July is a joyous time when our city pulls out all the stops to celebrate the birth of our nation. And I am here to say today that we are ready. We want our residents, our neighbors from across the region, and visitors from across the country to come out and enjoy one of the biggest celebrations of the year right here in Washington, D.C. As is the case every year, Independence Day is a full activation for the Metropolitan Police Department. It's an activation where we will have additional officers around all of our major events, while also ensuring our ability to respond to calls for police service across our city. Of course, the largest event will be on the National Mall. Our members will work closely with our partners at the U.S. Park Police, who have the lead on securing National Park Service lands, and we will handle screening for those hoping to get closer to the fireworks. Parking restrictions and street closures will go into effect in and around the area of the National Mall beginning at 4 a.m. on Friday morning. These closures will include the footprint of the National Independence Day Parade, which travels down Constitution Avenue from 7th to 17th Street Northwest beginning at 11:45 a.m. There will also be parking restrictions and closures around Barracks Row and Palisades Independence Day Parade routes beginning at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. What I will lead you to is a full list of closures and no parking zones. We have it posted in our news release section of our website on mpddc.dc.gov. We want anyone planning to travel around the city on Friday to use Metro Rail and Metro bus services as much as possible. Metro is always the best way to get to the National Mall fireworks show, and this year will be no different. For those of you planning to spend time on 4th of July on the water, our Harbor Patrol unit will be enforcing a no boating zone in the D.C. shoreline of the Potomac River from 14th Street Bridge to just north of the Arlington Memorial Bridge near the back of the Lincoln Memorial. We will have an anchoring zone that will be available immediately adjacent to the closure area. And we've also heard the concerns of our community regarding illegal fireworks. In addition to DC Fire and EMS conducting their investigations regarding illegal fireworks, this year we will assign 2 patrol officers to each district to solely respond to fireworks calls or responses. Beginning tomorrow, you can visit DC 311 and use the illegal fireworks request, or you can call 311 for any fireworks-related information or activity. Whether you are traveling downtown, stopping by a parade, or just celebrating at your home, your safety is our top priority. Currently, there are no known credible threats or specific threats to the July 4th celebrations, but we always encourage you to remain vigilant. And as we do before all major events, we remind you that if you see something, say something. Call 911 in an emergency or reach out to our tip line at 202-727-9099, or you may text us at 50411. Please have a safe 4th of July, and I'll now turn it over to U.S. Park Police Chief Jessica Taylor.
Good morning. The United States Park Police is committed to ensuring a safe and fun day for everyone that visits the National Mall for Independence Day tomorrow. Whether this is your first time visiting or you come every year, we are excited to welcome you to America's front yard. We'll have a full force commitment. You'll see a strong visible presence of Park Police officers in and around the National Mall. Specifically, nothing happens in this city without partnerships. So I want to thank a couple of our partners that are adding some extra officers to help us out. Obviously, DC's MPD, the FBI, Montgomery County Police Department, Arlington County Police, Prince George's County Sheriff's Office, Virginia State Police, MWA, Metro Transit Police, and the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. We couldn't do this event without them, and we appreciate their support. So look, importantly, I need you to plan ahead, right? We anticipate many families coming out of the mall, small children. Make sure your kids know your phone number, right? Or put it in their pocket. We'll have a family reunification area if you get separated from your kids. As you heard from Chief Smith, road closures will go into effect around 4 a.m. tomorrow and will impact most roads surrounding the National Mall. This includes part of Constitution Avenue, Independence Avenue, and the Memorial Bridge. Now remember, you'll need to pass through security access areas to secure certain points to view the 4th of July celebration. So these are the items I need you to leave at home, right? So alcohol, weapons, fireworks, drones, and coolers larger than 36 quarts. There's a full list of road closures, further prohibited items, and more details. Please visit www.nps.gov/FOJU. We also thank our National Park Service counterparts who's here today with us as well. And we're all excited for an enjoyable Independence Day tomorrow. Next, I'd like to introduce the Assistant Chief for DC Fire, Kelleher.
Thank you, Chief. Independence Day is a time for gathering, reflection, and celebration, but it's also a time when safety must be on top of our mind, especially when it comes to fireworks and heat-related emergencies in the District of Columbia. This July the 4th, the District of Columbia Fire and EMS Department will be staffing an additional 71 units and an additional 246 personnel above our normal daily roster. So let's talk about fireworks safety. The safest way to enjoy fireworks is simple. Leave them to the professionals. Every year, we see the consequences of unsafe use. The most common injuries and the most common areas we see injuries are to hands and fingers that rate a 36%. Head, face, and ears rate a 22%. And never be fooled by the so-called harmless fireworks. Even sparklers have caused 1,700 emergency room visits, many involving burns. In fact, burns make up 37% of fireworks-related ER visits. Fireworks also start fires, thousands every year across the nation. Here in Washington, D.C., we have already received 23 fireworks-related reports in June and an additional 4 since July the 1st through our arson tip line. If you see illegal fireworks being used in the District of Columbia, here's how you can report them. Year-round, you can call our arson hotline at 202-673-2776, or you can visit fems.dc.gov. And starting tomorrow, July the 4th through July the 6th, you can use the DC 311 app and select a legal fireworks request, or call 311 and choose option number 1 for fireworks. Our Office of Unified Communications is also dedicated 2 dedicated call takers for these reports and will coordinate them through the fireworks units in each MPD district. In case of an injury or property damage, always call 911 immediately. Now let's turn to another hidden danger of July 4th, heat-related illnesses. With large crowds and high temperatures, the risk of heat stroke becomes very real. Watch for signs of serious heat illness, body temperatures over 104 degrees Fahrenheit, disorientation, seizures, and unconsciousness. If you suspect someone is suffering from heat stroke, call 911 without delay. Move the person to a shaded or cool area, remove excess clothing, and use cool water or ice packs to lower their temperature while waiting for help. So as we gather with our families and communities to celebrate this nation, stay safe, stay aware, and please share these tips with family, friends, and neighbors of the District of Columbia. Together, we can ensure this 4th of July is remembered for celebration and not tragedy. Thank you, and have a safe holiday. I would now like to introduce Homeland Security and Emergency Management Agency Director Clint Osborne.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. As we prepare to celebrate Independence Day in the district, we want to ensure that everyone can enjoy the festivities safely while staying informed about any potential impacts to your plans. Our public safety teams across the district, including DC Homeland Security and Emergency Management, the Metropolitan Police Department, DC Fire and EMS, all of our federal partners, we've been working closely together to ensure a safe and secure environment